See if it actually works. Hello, I don't know if anybody can see us yet. Let me reload, see if it went live.
So maybe one of our leaders can comment on my last post in the leaders page on Facebook and let us know if you can see us.
I think we are good. I just clicked, I opened the page, and I think we're good. So, sorry. We're talking, and we're like, we're not going to get on there and like sit there for 10 minutes, but then I realized, what if they're not seeing us and we're talking to like nothing? Okay. Let's see. Okay. Well, we will go ahead and get started. My name is Kara-Kae James. I'm one of the co-founders of Thrive Moms, and I am very excited to be here with you guys. And it's really weird because you guys can see us, but we can't see you, and so I feel like I'm just talking to myself. And I want to see all your faces, but I'm excited to be able to share our hearts a little bit with you guys tonight about our ministry and kind of the vision behind that. So, Allie, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Okay. I'm Allie, and I am the Thrive Local Coordinator. So I'm the one that answers any emails you send and kind of work with our leaders just to help them get started and stay motivated and deal with any issues that might come up and all the kind of behind-the-scenes stuff that happens with Thrive Local. So, yeah. I guess that's it.
Cool. I was just texting someone to make sure they could see us, and I'm all paranoid because
Can they see us? Are we live?
Well, awesome. Well, I just want to share a little bit about kind of the heart behind Thrive Local and the vision. So you guys, because some of you are here, you might already be local leaders, or you might just be here tonight because you're interested in learning a little bit more about Thrive Local. The heart behind Thrive Local kind of came out of, it was one of the very first things when we founded Thrive Moms that it was something that I had a huge passion for, because motherhood is hard, and we know, we started this ministry because we wanted moms to know that they're not alone and that we're all together in this journey and we're on the same team, and we just wanted to be cheerleaders for one another. And so we started this ministry as an online ministry, and I love the internet, and I have made some of the greatest friends through the internet, and I love it, but I also love face-to-face interaction, and that was just something I was missing out a lot on by having, a lot of online interactions. I wanted that real-life interaction as well, and so that's kind of why we founded Thrive Local, and we wanted to be able to see you guys coming together in your communities and loving on each other and encouraging each other and just being there for each other during the week. And it was our heart that you guys would get together and have coffee and just sit and talk and say, yeah, I get it, my week was hard, and cry together when you needed to cry and celebrate the good things together and just be teammates in this motherhood journey. So that was really why we wanted to start this ministry. We launched Thrive Local last summer, and so it's been around for about however long that is. I'm not real good at math. Yeah, but it's been really neat to see you guys kind of grow your ministries in your hometowns and partner together with the leaders and equip you to build ministry in your hometowns. So congratulations on starting a new group if that's what you're here tonight to learn about. And if you've been leading a group for a while, we love you. We are so happy that you are a part of what we're doing here at Thrive, and it's just a joy to be able to walk through motherhood with each one of you. So I'm going to let Allie share a little bit about the details and fun behind what she does.
Okay, so I hope everybody can hear me. I just realized you can hear me, right?
I can.
Okay, good. Because I usually have to use my headphones, and I just realized I'm not. So I'm going to talk about just kind of the basics of getting started. It's really as simple as going to thrivemoms.com/local, and we have an application on there, which might be changing a little soon, but that doesn't make any difference. So you're just going to go there, fill out your form, and I will receive that in my inbox. And usually I go ahead and friend you on Facebook. So if you see Allie Pedersen friend you, some lady in California, that's me. And then I'll go ahead and put together your welcome letter with all your information and how to set up your Facebook group. And then shoot that back over to you. And this is in the welcome letter, but sometimes people miss it. It's really important that once you've set up your group that you email me back, because if I don't know that you've set up your group, and I try to check and just see if your page is live if I have a chance, but if I don't hear from you, I don't know that you've started. And sometimes there are issues with like personalizing your URL and different things like that. So be sure to email me so we can be on the same page. From time to time, I will email you, because we don't limit for people who are a part of the groups. We don't want them to feel like they have to have Facebook. So some members might not actually be in your Facebook page. They might be like connecting with you through email. So if someone emails me, a lot of times when I hear from moms who want to join groups, they email me saying, you know, I want to be a part of a group, but I don't have Facebook and I don't really want to get a Facebook page. Can I still be a part of a group? And that's when I'll basically find out which group they want to be a part of, and then I'll email you and ask you to get in touch with them and get them connected through email instead of through Facebook. So if you get emails from me, I ask that you please, please, please respond to them. I won't like spam you or send you any junk. It'll all just be personal communication from you and I. And then also, speaking of emails, I will sign you up for the leaders newsletter that we just started. We've only sent out one issue so far, but I think it was okay. It was well received, and I'm really excited about continuing to do that. So we have our second one coming out soon. And leaders who are on here, if you aren't enrolled for that and you want to be, email me and I can make sure you get on that list. I'm trying to think. I think that's pretty much the basics of how to get started. Once you're just set up and you have your group, you basically, in general, we say you can do whatever you feel is right for your group. I know that I've had moms who say, you know, my group doesn't really like the casual, like, just hang out and have coffee. They want, like, a Bible study. And that's totally fine. You can do something as casual as just hanging out at Starbucks and having coffee, or you can, you know, have a more structured group that does, you know, a more specific study. I know my group likes to do, we do play dates, we do walks, we do coffee. So it's just, you can ask your moms in your group too, just say, you know, what is it you guys are looking for, and just try to meet those needs. So yeah, I think that's it.
Sounds
so
good.
Kay, I think I'll hand it over to you then if you want to go ahead and talk about creating community.
Sounds good. We had asked you guys that are leaders and some people on our social media, we'd asked some questions like, what are some questions that you guys have about Thrive Local? And so we wrote down some of the questions. If you are here, if you're on the website, you can ask a question there, or if you're in Google+, you should be able to ask a question there. If you guys want to, if there's something that we're not answering, you can do that, and we'll try to answer all of the questions. And if not, you can always email community@thrivemoms.com, and Allie will happily answer all of your questions. But one of the questions was, how do you create a thriving community? And I think that that's a tricky question because it looks different for everybody. No one is alike in the way that they do community or the way that they need community. And so I think that creating a thriving community for me, one of the main things is just to be present and be willing. Um, I see a lot of times people say, I just wish I had community, I want this so bad, but they're not willing to actually take the steps to do it. And so a lot of times in creating good community, it means that we step out of our comfort zone and actually do that. Whether it's just meeting up with some people that you don't know, that can be uncomfortable. Even for, I'm an extrovert, and it's hard. It's hard for me to go sit with a bunch of people that I've never met before, just because we're human and we feel uncomfortable, we feel self-conscious, and so that's, I mean, that was a lot of the reason why we wanted to create this ministry as a safe place that moms could feel like, oh, okay, no one here is going to judge me. This isn't about, how I raise my kids. This isn't about any of those things. It's just about creating a community together. So we just want to be here to encourage you to step out and just do it, however it looks for you, because that's the only way you're going to really create thriving community, is to be present and take that step. So there you go. Allie, take it away. Or do I have the next question too?
You have the next question.
Oh, I'll continue. How do you get local community involved and participating? That kind of ties in with the last one. That's the thing, is like a lot of times people say, oh yeah, I want to do this, but then we've seen this a lot in our groups. Everybody wants community, but it's hard to actually take that step and do it. And so I think just being real with one another and being present, like I said, I've found that if you're wanting community and most of you here are local leaders, and you're trying to get your groups involved, do something for them. Let them know that they're loved. If you have a mom that's kind of been wanting to come to your group and she's not really getting very involved, kind of step out and love on her a little bit, whether that's like taking dinner to her family or just taking her a coffee one day or something like that. I feel like you really can get people involved by loving on them and making them feel welcome. And so we all want to know that we're welcome, especially if there's new people coming into your group and your group's already a little bit established. It can be hard to, walk into a group of people that have been hanging out together for a while, because they have inside jokes and they, all know each other. And so just make sure that you're continuing to love on those new people and the people that are maybe struggling to get connected. And I think that's the best way that people can really get involved in your group. So,
yeah, and I think also on that kind of question, just remembering to have grace for each other, because we're all moms, so we understand if you RSVP yes to an event and then at the last second your kid is sick or whatever happens, because that's, we all know it's the life of a mom. It can be a little unexpected, so just having grace for one another and kind of being understanding of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so then we had a question: what is a way to make the community Facebook page feel like a safe place that moms can share? So thankfully we haven't had too many issues with the Facebook pages. Most moms are, really kind to one another, and we haven't had to deal with a whole lot of just issues with like arguments or whatever happening. I think the first step really to doing that is opening up. I know I opened up my page to the ladies in my group and just said, please feel free to post whatever. I kind of noticed that, like, if I read down my page, it was like everything was like a post that I made, like an event or, a link, or like it was just me posting. And I was like, hey, FYI, this is a community. Like, I don't want to just to be like me posting stuff all the time. Like, I want you guys to feel free to post. And now my page is like always people, offering like, hey, I have a bumbo. Like, does somebody need it? Or like, I don't know. Like, I have my mom's, I'm always like, let us know if you're going to the park. Like, maybe we'll join you. So, we'll have moms just post, hey, I'm heading over to Franklin Park, like if anybody wants to join us, just little things like that. And I think that kind of thing really makes people feel like it's a little more personal. But then also just letting moms know, like, you're praying for them. Let them know that you're thinking about them and that you're here to talk if they need to talk. And if they post something, respond to it. You know what I mean? Like, interacting and being consistently doing that, just so that they have an expectation. Because you're the leader. You're going to set the tone for how the group is going to be, and if you're accepting and you're loving on people, then the other people in your group are going to follow suit. So yeah, and if there's ever an issue with someone in your group, if you ever come to the point where you're like, oh my gosh, I might have to like kick this mom out of my group, because it's happened before. It's super rare, but it's happened. If you get to that point, email me, and I'm happy to help you walk through that. I'm happy to help you even talk to that person if you need someone to mediate. We can totally deal with that. It's not the end of the world. So, yeah, and I think that's part of making it a safe place, is being willing to like go there. Like if there is a mom that's being, is harassing other moms, or something like that, taking care of it and not just kind of ignoring it. So, being an active mediator of your group. Yeah, and just kind of take care of your mom. Is hopefully that makes sense. So, let's see. Okay, I'm taking the next one. What are your plans to support local leaders? I could talk about this forever. So, I have a whole list of things that I want to start doing. Specifically, we started doing the newsletter. I actually was talking to a mom. One of the questions that came in, it was Ashley actually was asking about saying she felt really overwhelmed with the welcome letter and that she wanted more direction. And I was thinking initially, oh my gosh, the welcome letter is so long, like there's so much in there. And I want feedback on these things too from you guys. So if you want to write me on Facebook or email me at community@thrivemoms.com, or whatever, I would love feedback on any of this stuff. But I'm thinking about starting an email series so you guys can have maybe 5 or 6 weeks of continuing emails that you will get, to kind of like your first steps, so that you don't get like slammed with a ton of stuff all at once. I actually have plans. I haven't even talked to you about all of this stuff, KK. But I'm thinking about starting like a community Pinterest board, where all of us leaders can get on and we can be pinning ideas for meetups and, things that you can post on your Facebook page, stuff like that. I also have plans in the works for doing this kind of thing with our leaders. Like, 4 or 5 of us can get together and have like a little online coffee date, and just chat and get to know one another. 'Cause really the thing, when I was thinking about the basis for how we want to support you guys, it's really through prayer, resources, and to me, friendship. I really want to get to know you guys personally and know what you're going through in your lives, and just be in conversation with you. So yeah, so there's lots of other things in the works too, as far as just, and resources is a big thing, like the Dropbox. I'm going to be hopefully uploading different things periodically, new banners for your group page, like the business card invites that we have, just different things like that. So, and if you have any requests for resources that you have an idea for, let me know. Yeah. So go ahead, KK, if you want to take the next one.
I just want to say, you guys, Allie is amazing. She, like, you see her notes, like, her heart for you guys is huge, and it's going to make me cry. But I love this ministry, and Thrive Local was such a big vision for me, and having Allie come in and oversee this and make it so detailed and so amazing has just been huge. So I'm going to try not to cry, but thank you, Allie. If you guys, sorry, if you guys haven't got to know her as leaders, please do. She loves you. She prays for you guys. She's so excited about this ministry. And she really has amazing, amazing ideas. for the ways that you guys can get connected. And so if you have questions, email her or get in the leader group and ask her. She's awesome, you guys. Awesome. I mean, she's taken this thing to levels that I never dreamed. So I love it. Okay, moving on.
Next. I turn my light on. It's like gradually getting darker and darker.
Dark.
I started to get dark. The brightness on my screen.
Okay. The next question was, do you have resources for discussion topics for more structured study groups? So basically, when we started Thrive Local, we envisioned this being like a fun coffee date, like getting together with your girlfriends, chatting, being super, super laid back. We wanted it to be a place that you could bring your friends that aren't believers, a place that you could all feel really safe and just be like a breather at the end of a week or whenever. And so when we started, we weren't wanting to like push this on you like, here's another thing, here's a Bible study, do this, here's all these discussion questions. But we've seen a lot of you guys have been asking like, my group wants to do a study, what can we do? And so we do want to provide you with resources for that. And so moving forward, that is something that I know that Allie will have for you guys. And we're here to equip you with whatever is best for your group. And so there are tons of resources out there that we are big fans of, that we partner with. And so, you know, things like She Reads Truth. We are very, very good friends with the She Reads Truth girls, and we work together with them a lot, and we back them on everything that they do. So if you're wanting a good study for your group, you know, something like that is a great option. At some point, we might write our own curriculum. We have talked about doing that. But for right now, we just want to equip you as leaders the best that we can, and encourage you and provide you with the best resources as far as getting your groups going. And so that's kind of where we are right now with that. But if you do want to have, if your group is one of the groups that wants to do a Bible study or wants to do, or you want to have kind of like questions to lead your group through, that's great. You can talk to Allie about that, or you can talk to some of the other leaders. In the Facebook group, I know a lot of the leaders have just taken a list of questions to their group. Sometimes that makes it a little easier if you don't know each other, kind of like icebreaker questions, but not like super cheesy. But things that are kind of that open up the discussion, just to take those kind of things to be prepared. So those are great for if you're a new group to start out with. Excuse me.
Yeah, I'm going to work on a list of resources and get that posted to the leaders page pretty soon. And I was thinking too of maybe just starting to write maybe like weekly or monthly, just posting like a list of questions that you could take to your group. But yeah, just having, I was talking to my husband and he was like, you're crazy. But I was thinking about in the future, like you were saying, try to possibly be writing a curriculum for the local groups, which would be super awesome. So, yeah. Cool.
Okay, I am looking at the questions that are coming in. I'm going to see if there's anything that we haven't chatted about. Oh, here's a good question. I'm new to the area where I am, and I'm trying to get a Thrive group started, and I don't know people in my community. What are ideas for getting the group started without having those connections? I would say start in your local church. If you are getting plugged into a church, meet some moms. Like when you go to pick up your kids from childcare or from their classes or whatever, just introduce yourself. This is one of those like getting out of your comfort zone and just saying, hey, our kids are the same age. You know, are you connected with anybody else? Just follow them on Instagram or whatever. Just get to know some people just like you would in real life, and then you know, figure out how to get them plugged in to a group. So, Allie, I don't know if maybe you have any.
So when you start your Facebook group, go ahead and just like any of your local mom friends that you have, just add them to the group.
Yeah.
And if they really don't want to be in it, they'll leave the group. Don't worry about that. But I added all of my friends, and if you think about, I kind of think about it like a business, like a networking business, like the I don't know, like the Pretty Oil, you know, or like whatever, like direct sales. It's like you start with your friends and family, and then it just grows from there. So like your friends, you know, encourage the people in your group to invite their friends, because it'll just, you know, kind of, the ripple effect will just kind of happen naturally. And also that's the business cards I actually ordered. I'll be posting soon. I ordered mine from the printers. I'm really excited to get them. So I had Kendall personalize my cards.
Yay!
But then you have that card, and so like if you're at the park and you're like, oh, this mom is so cool, like I'd love to invite her, but this is super awkward, like, because I've had that before where I was like, oh, let me add you on Facebook, and she's kind of like, okay, stalker. So I'm like, now you can just, like, that's actually what gave me the idea for the cards. I was like, here, this is this group, you know, and then it's totally balls in her court. Like, she can go home and look at it and see what she thinks and join it if she wants to, and if she doesn't want to, it's okay. So it just kind of takes that, like, awkwardness out of it, hopefully. So use the cards, but
yeah, for sure. Those cards are cute. Okay, the next question. Basically, this mom is asking, they've started a group, they've been doing it for a while, and she said that hardly anybody comes. She plans fun events, and she has like 8 ladies in her group, but at most times none or 3 come, or some moms go and do their own thing, and that it can become very disheartening. So she's kind of asking, like, what would we say to a group that hasn't really gotten off the ground? How do you get the word out? That sort of thing. I just want to say that your group does not have to have 50 people in it. That is not at all what this is about. If there are 2 of you that are getting together and having coffee, and you want to call it a Thrive Local group, that is awesome. That's exactly what this is about. It's not about the amount of people that you have, how big your group, or what fun events that you're doing. It's really about encouraging each other and just doing life together, whether that's 3 of you or that's 30 of you. So I know that it can be really discouraging if you are planning these things. I'm the same way. I have been doing a group for a while, and when we get together, sometimes like 3 people show up, and there's like 80 people in our Facebook group, and so it can become really discouraging, like, why are all these people on here, but they're not actually coming? But we want to encourage you that those 3 people that are coming, they need to be loved on, and they need to be encouraged. And so have fun with the 3 of you. Go do something awesome. Make everybody else jealous.
like,
but really, what?
Yeah, I think half of your ministry too is on your Facebook page. So, I mean, I've had moms, like I have a mom that I just met in person recently, and a friend had like added her to the group. She lives like over an hour away, but there's not a group near her. So she was added to the group, and she was like, I love our group so much. It's so encouraging to me to like read your posts and this and that. So honestly, like there's so much ministry and so much fellowship that can happen just on your Facebook group page. Like even if your meetups are kind of flopping and you're just feeling like bummed out about it, don't worry about it, because the Facebook page can have such an effect that you might not even realize. And also, really fast, what I like to do, and I'm going to write more about this in the newsletter, so I won't really go into it too much, but just like schedule it around your day. So I'll be like, hey, I'm going to take the kids to the park on Tuesday, and then just invite everybody. And if nobody comes, it's like, oh, well, I was already going to take my kids to the park. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So then it's not like, oh, I planned this whole event and nobody came. It's like, oh, we're going to the park, and if people come, cool, and if they don't, we'll have fun at the park. So, yeah, and then you don't have to be disappointed if.
Yeah. And really, it can be very hard to go have coffee with moms if it's a new group and it's people you don't know. That can be hard. So if you do have like young kids and you stay home or that sort of thing, doing a play group or is a really easy way, because you have your kids to pay attention to if you feel uncomfortable, but it's still a good chance to you should pay attention to your kids even if you don't feel uncomfortable. Don't listen to my parenting. But yeah, so I mean, sometimes that's just easier to connect because you have your kids to talk about and you have that connection that you can make. So, okay, we have a few more questions, and we don't want to keep you guys forever. That's pretty much the same. Okay, so a couple of people are asking basically, because we are a Christian organization, is it okay to invite your non-Christian friends? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
This is a great, great ministry tool. We want you to invite your friends that are non-believers. We want them to come to know Christ through your group. How amazing would that be? It would be awesome for them to see the way that you parent and the way that you live your life as a believer, and just for them to see the light that you have, and through how difficult motherhood can be, but that you are not just surviving, you're thriving. You like how I threw that in there?
Nicely done.
So, yeah, I mean, and you don't have to do a Bible study. If your group is, you feel like it's more of an outreach, that's great. Go have coffee. Go shopping. Go do whatever interests your group. If you are all really interested in doing a really deep Bible study, do that. That's awesome too. It doesn't, or you could switch it up. Maybe once a month you get together and have a Bible study, and you can invite the non-believers to come and just encourage them to come and listen. If they don't, really, if they're not interested in it, just kind of tell them, it'll be comfortable, it'll be fun, and that might be a really great way for them to hear the gospel. So, yes, absolutely, invite your
Please. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think too, on that note, I've definitely I never was a part of mommy groups before Thrive Moms, and I've had people join where they haven't really been a part of the church for a while, and they've been a part of other mommy groups that were very catty and gossipy and just kind of discouraging. And this is coming from them, just like, it's usually, so I was so hesitant to come because I've had bad experiences in the past, and then they came to our Thrive Local group and were like, it's so different, it's so encouraging. I leave excited and I leave like refreshed, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And it's really just a reflection of the fact that, like, we're Christian women and we're reflecting Christ. And yeah, I don't know, I just thought that was so great. So yeah, invite everybody. And actually, I will throw that in. We had a conversation recently about, someone was asking about, can they invite like expectant moms, adopting, like moms who are like trying to adopt, like that kind of stuff. Absolutely. Like, I definitely, like, I have moms, they're first-time moms, and they're pregnant. They're expecting their first baby, so they're, mom of the in utero. So, yeah, I mean, totally. That's absolutely the kind of people that you want to have in your group.
Yeah, if you're a group, an established group, and you have a new mom, like, that's pregnant or whatever, take her under your wing and love on her. Take her dinner or set up meals for her, something like after she has the baby, just to let her know, like, that she's welcome in this community and that she's not alone, because those first little bit through motherhood is tough, and so just coming around some of those new moms is awesome, and we love that.
Totally.
It looks like that's all of our questions. Allie, did you have anything else you wanted to share before we're done?
I don't think so, not specifically. I definitely have more stuff coming your way soon, leaders, so keep an eye out on the leaders Facebook page, and yeah.
Awesome.
Lots to come.
Awesome. Well, good job, Allie. We are so thankful for you. And thank you to everybody that was able to join us tonight. We love you guys, and we support you and what you're doing. We're here for you. If you have questions, concerns, we're always here. We love you. Let's pray real quick, and we will be done. And you guys can go eat chocolate or whatever you do after your kids are in bed, because that sounds amazing. Father, thank you so much for this time together, that we can just kind of pour some vision into our amazing, amazing Thrive Local leaders. Give us more of you in this ministry and in our communities. Help us have the courage and the strength to reach out and to love on others we feel so weary and worn down at the end of our days, and we know that so many others are out there hurting and are tired. Give us the strength just to love on them as leaders. We love you so much, and just thank you for this ministry and this opportunity that you've given us to reach out and to make a difference in motherhood. God, thank you so much for the blessings that you've given us. Thank you for Allie and her leadership over these amazing leaders. We love you so much. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Hey, guys, we love you.
Love you guys.
Bye.